what is in Vedas and how we got it. As per Veda, everything is cyclic. That means human race start from Krita Yuga and complete one cycle in 4 stages named Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. So, in the starting stage, that means Krita Yuga, people lives in small groups or gotrams, and that history is explained fully in story form in, say, Parashurama Avatar or Parashurama story. That follows colonialism, the second stage, that is Treta Yuga, and that history is explained in story form, that is Rama Katha or story of Rama. That follows after colonialism. The world divided into two. One moves to socialism or communism. That history is explained in story form. That is story of Krishna. And the remaining part of the remaining countries move to capitalism, and that story is explained in Mahabharata. And at the end, that means at the end of Dwapara Yuga, the move at the end of Dwapara Yuga, world fully converts into a world war take place. That is Mahabharata war. And after the Mahabharata war, or after the Third World War, the world, it is a war between socialist countries and the capitalist countries. And the world moves to socialism. That is Vasudeva Kudumbam, equality. That is the last stage of this cycle. These are fully explained in these 4 stories. That is Krishna Katha, Parashurama story, Rama story, Krishna story, and Mahabharata. So at the end, the world is in the highest stage, both in any way. That means technologically it is the most advanced period in this cycle. They know every science behind this universe. So that was the last, that may be the last stage of this, the last period of this cycle. After, at its end, there take place a destruction or a pralaya or flood. This flood may be of different types. One is partial destruction, the another is fully one. That means everything goes to Brahma. But before that, there are a number of partial destruction. That means flood on earth, surface only. So naturally at that time, that means at the latter stage of this 4 cycle, that means at the end of Kali Yuga, people are with the full knowledge of all the sciences and histories. They are the most advanced people in this universe. Definitely, at the time of destruction or pralaya, they will escape to the outer space. That is explained in Matsya Purana. Matsya Purana says, at the end of that period, that means Saptarshis, it is referred as a Manu. Vishnu says, a boat will come, or you have to construct a boat, and it is to be attached to a fish. Everything is, actually the fish is, for the understanding of the common people, it is explained as fish. But it is rocket, and the boat is the thing which is attached to this rocket. So, and Vishnu advised them to take all the things in it. Naturally, they will take all the knowledges they had collected in the past years. That is full knowledge of science and history, everything. But it is not required to prepare it in that way, because everything is in Vedas. So they just take Vedas along with them and escape to the outer space. Or there is a universal satellite. Now we are constructing a universal satellite there. So naturally scientists will escape from throughout the world. Only scientists. But from Bharat, they will send 7 rishis. 7 rishis means these Saptarshis. They are familiar in 7 subjects. They are specialized in 7 scientific subjects. That includes history also. There are 7 in Rig Veda. After coming back, after the flood, they will come back, and for few years, several years, they will chant it, and then they wrote it in book form. The first book is Rig Veda. In Rig Veda, there are 10 mandalas. The first one is the introduction or synopsis, that a group will form with eminent scientists, and they will write the first chapter as introduction or a synopsis or like that. That is the first chapter of the Rig Veda. Then follows from 2 to 8. There are 7 rishi families who wrote those things. They are specialized in special subjects. They are the most advanced scientific people who escaped from earth, and they came back, and those families wrote those 7 subjects as 7 mandalas. Thus from 1 to 8. The 9th one is a consolidation of the Samaveda. Then the 10th mandala, they left it to the younger generation of that group, because these are eminent people. They are most advanced, scientifically advanced, knowledgeable people. They will write such things in such a way, so it may be difficult for someone lower level people to understand. So they left it to the second generation. So they give explanations wherever required. So for a common man, everything is difficult. But compared to 1 to 9, 10th is the easiest thing to understand. So in Vedas, they wrote 4 Vedas. 4 Vedas means 1 Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda. These 3 things are science, fully theory. Science means BSc, MSc, like that subjects. And all art subjects, everything. In Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda. And the last one is Atharva Veda, that is technology, that is its application. It is like our present day engineering, medicine, etc. everything. So astrology, Ayurveda, everything is included in the Atharva Veda. So these are pure subjects, science subjects and history. Veda is purely science. But in later periods, it is not easy for a common man to understand what is in Vedas. So they wrote it in story form, that is Puranas. What all things there are in Vedas, they converted into story form, and that is in Puranas. So common people can tell such things and it will become a common thing. So everyone can understand the stories, and that they tell such stories to younger generations. So it is common to most of the stories are known to almost all people. But Vedas are not easy to understand. So what Rishis expects is, in a later period, people will try to understand what is the inner meaning of these stories, and they will reach Vedas. Lastly, they will reach Vedas to find this scientific things that is in Vedas. So, what all things are there in Vedas? Let us see. It contains structure of atom, structure of universe, that not yet discovered till now. We don't know actually what is the structure of universe, but in Vedas it is clearly explained. There are 7 worlds, upper worlds, and 7 lower worlds, altogether 40. And the structure is clearly explained. That is not like that what we see in the YouTube, like a flat and Brahma sits in one. That is not the way they explain. It is clearly pictorially it is explained in Vedas. Then Newton's law, generator principle, pumps, photosynthesis, radioactivity, atom bombs, method of manufacture of rockets, transmission, because they move to outer space through this knowledge. They know how to make rocket, because we are at the middle stage of this cycle. Our modern science contains only 20% of the science that is in Vedas. So we are at the middle stage. They escaped at the latter stage, final stage. So they know how to make rocket. What is the structure of the universe? Everything. It contains amplification, electronics like amplification, transmission, clipping, wave formation, everything is in Vedas. Veda is 100% science and history. History is mostly in Puranas. Vedas are 99% science. But at the latter stage, our scholars fail to understand what is in Vedas, because it was handled by language people. It is like an English teacher explaining chemistry book, because chemistry book is written in English. So, and is it possible for an English teacher to explain such things? No. Likewise, Sanskrit is a language. and Veda is purely science, and Vedas are written in Sanskrit. That does not mean that a Sanskrit scholar can explain what is in Vedas. Only science people can explain what is in Vedas. Again, so I am already uploaded 300 YouTubes which explains mostly Upanishads and Upanishad and history in Veda Puranas. I explain all the histories at the period of Trita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. Now I am going to explain what all things there are in Vedas. But all these things are in Malayalam. That is why I am uploading this one in English. This is the first YouTube upload I am uploading in regarding this Veda Upanishad, Veda Purana Upanishad. I wrote 12 books, namely Kali Yuga Purana. So, actually, in Vedas, there are a number of things yet to be discovered. That includes one, structure of the universe. Second, how planets controls our body system. These planets are acting through our Ida Pingala. There are two nerves in our body, Ida and Pingala. Even the Ayurvedic doctors don't know where is Ida and Pingala. Through these nadis, sun and planets, and at the same time there are 7 ribs, major important 7 ribs, through which all the 7 planets are controlling our body. So such things are there in Vedas. There are ways how to protect, prevent the growth from this state. That can be achieved only through most advanced technology, science technology. We can control the growth of our. That means if we control it at the age of 16, that man will not grow from that age. He will stay in that age. But it is not easy as we think. That is explained in Mrityunjaya Homam. Mrityunjaya mantra. It is clearly explained, but it is not easy, and it is not attractive. It is not attractive for an individual. If you ask, after knowing the principle behind it, if you ask any person, would you want to keep your age at 18? He will say, no, I don't want. So such things are in Vedas. So Vedas are 100% science, and modern science contains only 20% of it. So such things, what all things there are in Vedas, I am going to upload from this day onwards, but it is in Malayalam. Okay. I hope interested people will give some attention in such subjects, then they will think about, or they will move towards Vedas to find out and bring such things, knowledge from this book to the universe for its development, future development, because there are a lot of knowledge in it which the world required for to advance to the latter stage of this cycle.